Welcome to Ogden, Utah, a city that offers visitors a whole galaxy of recreational opportunities. Ogden is home to 70,000 people, a dynamic railroad and aerospace heritage, the best outdoor recreational opportunities anywhere, the 2002 Winter Olympic Games downhill skiing and curling events, and more than 100 life-size, full-bodied dinosaurs, early reptiles and Cenozoic mammals captured in high-quality sculpture in a living park environment. This is Ogden's Eccles Dinosaur Park and Museum. We believe it's the world's finest prehistoric zoo and more. Children and adults from around the world come here to see and learn what Earth was like 100 million years ago. Schools from as far away as Idaho, Wyoming, and Colorado take advantage of the park's unique style of presentation, as well as its education center and playground. Here you won't see just skeletal remains of dinosaurs and imagine how they might have looked. Here you'll actually see dinosaurs in a setting not too different from what they would have known. We're dedicated to promoting dinosaurs as the dynamic animals they were, not as the lethargic, swamp-bound lizards seen in some children's books and movies. And we're equally dedicated to making the park available to everyone. Admission prices are nominal. A family of 4 can get into the park for $10 or less.
As the Mayor of Ogden, Utah, I enthusiastically welcome you to our world-class education and recreational venue, Ogden's Eccles Dinosaur Park.
Ogden's Eccles Dinosaur Park and Museum is set at the mouth of Ogden Canyon, underneath the majestic and towering Wasatch Mountains, and adjacent to the trout-filled meandering Ogden River. It's the perfect place to have an adventure. We'll tell you more about other kinds of adventures you can have in Ogden later. But right now, let's go inside and learn more about Utah's and the world's diversified dinosaurs. Dinosaurs were the dominant life form on Earth for 165 million years. Then, perhaps in just a flash of geological time, they became extinct 65 million years ago. Dinosaurs first appeared in the Middle Triassic period, about 225 million years ago, and survived until the end of the Cretaceous period, 65 million years ago. Everybody knows dinosaurs are extinct, but no one knows why. Scientists have had many theories as to why these great beasts no longer rule the Earth. One of the most accepted theories is that a large asteroid or other celestial body slammed into the Earth near the Yucatan Peninsula, creating a cloud of dust and debris that blocked out the sun's rays, plunging the Earth into darkness for many years. Another theory is there was great volcanic activity that caused ash to cover the Earth's surface, killing the dinosaurs. Still others believe continental drift created new land bridges connecting once separated continents, throwing together previously separated species. This could have spread diseases among the dinosaurs. Although many theories have been posed, we may never know what ended the dinosaurs' great reign of 165 million years. Dinosaurs came in all shapes and sizes. Their crests, horns, frills, and spines may have been used to intimidate rivals in the breeding season or in fights over territory. There's some evidence the dinosaurs were warm-blooded. The park's realistic, life-size creatures show how varied dinosaurs were. Many of the species represented here were native to Utah and may have actually walked through the park 100 million years ago. There are also dinosaurs from other areas of North America as well as Europe, Africa, South America, and Asia. If a significant new species is found, you'll probably soon view it at this wondrous, ever-evolving, world-class park. You'll not likely see more life-size dinosaurs anywhere else in the world. Think of this park like an outdoor museum, and even more like the world's greatest Mesozoic zoo. So come see the world's dinosaurs in a living environment created where their footsteps once again thunder and where new exhibits evolve as fast as paleontologists can discover new species. We'll begin our trip in true evolutionary fashion with some of the oldest species in the park and move forward through time. The Permian was the last period in the era before the Mesozoic. This is the period when the dinosaurs' first ancestors evolved and grew to dominance. The oldest residents of the park are older than the dinosaurs themselves. Dimetrodon was a 10-foot-long mammal-like reptile. Its name means two-measure tooth. It had both shearing teeth and canine teeth that could be used to stab prey. Dimetrodon's large sail may have been used as a solar panel to keep itself warm. This sunbathing reptile got warmer earlier in the day and consequently could eat its more torpid or still sleeping reptilian cousins. During this glorious period, the seemingly inconspicuous dinosaurs evolved and took a strong foothold. They managed to reign as supreme saurians over the rest of the reptiles at the time. Euparkeria was a 2-foot-long reptile named after its discoverer, William Parker. The name means good Parker. Euparkeria may represent the transitional species from sprawling reptiles to dinosaurs. It had a light armor of bony plates, and its two-legged stance later became the norm for meat-eating dinosaurs. The park's smallest resident is also the smallest known dinosaur. It's the rabbit-sized Lagasuchus. Its name means rabbit crocodile. Our park's South American area shows off many of the great dinosaurs discovered in Brazil and Argentina. These 10-foot carnivorous dinosaurs are Coelophysis, or hollow form. Coelophysis may have eaten their own young. Paleontologists have found infant Coelophysis skeletons inside the stomach cavities of adult Coelophysis. Dinosaurs continued to flourish while growing even bigger. Birds may have evolved from theropods, or meat-eating dinosaurs, during this period. The possible evolutionary link between dinosaurs and birds can be seen in the Archaeopteryx. The living birds you see in the park may have evolved from the Archaeopteryx family. Scutellosaurus, or small-shield reptile, was a primitive ornithischian, or bird-hipped dinosaur. This 4-foot-long dinosaur probably walked on all 4 legs. Small studs and armor plates ran along its back. So despite Scutellosaurus' small size, it wouldn't have made a very nice Mesozoic morsel. Dilophosaurus means two-ridged reptile. It got its name from the 2 crests on its head. Dilophosaurus's forelimbs were longer than later large carnivores. Sorry, but there's no specific evidence that it fanned its neck or spat poison like the Dilophosaurus did in the movie Jurassic Park. Rhamphorhynchus were 3-foot, 3-inch tall pterosaurs, or flying reptiles, with wingspans of 8 feet. These animals were not dinosaurs, but close relatives. Rhamphorhynchus, or prowbeak, may have used its long snout and outward pointed teeth to scoop up small fish, much like modern pelicans do. This relatively large herbivore is the 20-foot-long Camptosaurus, or bent reptile. Camptosaurus may have been an ancestor to all later ornithischian, or bird-hipped dinosaurs. It had a large spike for a thumb, which could have been used to defend itself against predators. Because Camptosaurus fossils have been found in what is now Utah, Colorado, South Dakota, England, and Spain, this species supports the theory North America and Europe were once connected. Ceratosaurus was a 20-foot-long carnivore whose name means horned reptile. Its name is derived from the large nasal horn adorning the top of the head. The horns may have been used in battle with other ceratosaurs and in territorial disputes, but it was most likely only used for display. Dr. Harold W. Ritchie, who donated the dinosaur to the park, wanted the meanest and ugliest one around. Do you think he got it? This dinosaur may look big to you, but Marchasaurus was a slender, 16-foot-long, swift-moving predator that probably had to hide from even bigger carnivores because it was significantly smaller. Its name means Marsh's reptile and was named for the famous 19th century American paleontologist O.C. Marsh. It was, however, first discovered by Marsh's arch-rival, Edward Drinker Cope. Camarasaurus, or chambered reptile, was a 60-foot-long, long-necked sauropod whose tail was fairly short and flat. Camarasaurus was a herbivore, and it was one of the few long-necked dinosaurs for which scientists have a complete skull and skin impressions. Take a look at this giant eyeing the tops of trees for some food. You may know this 70 to 80-foot long sauropod as Brontosaurus, but its real name is Apatosaurus. Apatosaurus means deceptive reptile. When O.C. Marsh discovered it, he put the wrong skull on the neck. When scientists discovered the mistake in 1975, they put the right skull, the skull of the previously discovered Apatosaurus, in its place. If you think it looks big now, picture it rising up on its hind legs and feeding 50 feet into the treetops. Stegosaurus, or roof reptile, is best known for its large back plates and 4 large tail spikes. It was about 25 feet long. Some paleontologists suggest the plates could have functioned as a solar radiator. It's more likely the tail spikes and plates were used as defensive weapons to deter even the most aggressive meat-eaters. Our park's stego is defending its baby from some fierce predators. Here in the Intermountain West, in the Morrison Rock Formation, a fossil Allosaurus was found that had a broken neck. How could such an imposing meat-eater end up with a broken neck? One theory about this riddle is that the 30 to 40-foot-long Allosaurus may have been trying to catch a juvenile Diplodocus. A furious mother Diplodocus may have come to the rescue, batting the Allosaurus with its massive neck or tail. And the Allosaurus, instead of having a Diplodocus snack, ended up with a broken neck. The Allosaurus, or different reptile, is the Utah state fossil. The Cleveland Lloyd Dinosaur Quarry, 30 miles south of Price, Utah, has yielded more than 44 Allosaurus remains. Because of this, scientists think it was once a predator trap, like the La Brea tar pits in California. Dryosaurus was named oak reptile for its small, serrated teeth that are shaped like oak leaves. The 12-foot-long Dryosaurus was the plant-eating gazelle of its time. It could run at speeds up to 30 miles an hour to escape predators. Dryosaurus lived in what is now the western United States, eastern England, Tanzania, and Romania. This dinosaur shows that North America, Europe, and Africa may have all once been connected. At up to 90 feet in length, Brachiosaurus is so far the largest dinosaur in Ogden's Eccles Dinosaur Park. Approaching heights of 40 feet, the arm reptile was superbly equipped to browse at a high treetop level. As you can see, it may have been able to reach even the highest foliage. You can get a real feel for its enormity by walking underneath it here in the park, where it stands guard over a treehouse, equipped with slides for younger dinosaur fans. Children can climb to the treehouse to meet the Brachiosaurus face to face, just like in the movie Jurassic Park. This might be a good time to take a break. While we're at the treehouse, you can see the park's play area where kids can climb a tree and slide into the sand. Or they climb on an ancient turtle, or play with various dinosaur babies, or climb through a dinosaur skull. For the older and more curious, there's also an education center to explore. Don't forget to bring your camera when you come. The park has many photo opportunities, including some cutouts for the cutouts. Many activities are scheduled for children who come to Ogden's Eccles Dinosaur Park. There's dinosaur identification exercises, fossil studies, fossil tracing, painting, and discoveries to be made in the sand. Even when the park closes during the snowiest winter months, the work at the Education Center goes on through community and school outreach programs. And while you're here, there's also a great place to eat. The Raptor Cafe will keep you going all day at Dinosaur Park. Many people think the ichthyosaurs, fish reptiles, and plesiosaurs, near reptiles, were dinosaurs. We now know that these creatures evolved from an ancestor similar to the dinosaurs, but they weren't true dinosaurs. Ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs lived at the same time as dinosaurs and ate mostly fish, which were abundant in the seas in which they lived. The ichthyosaurs could swim at speeds of up to 30 miles an hour. The plesiosaurs were not as fast, but were highly maneuverable. This is the grave of the golden Allosaurus. The exhibit combines two aspects of Utah's history, gold mining and paleontology. Myth has it that the Allosaurus skeleton guards a Utah gold mother lode and viciously defends it. Professional geologists carved the simulated Ogden River subterranean wall for the exhibit. The Allosaur bone casting was made from remains found in the Cleveland Lloyd Quarry near Price. The Cretaceous period was a time when dinosaurs were prolific until their unexpected and complete demise at the end of the period around 65 million years ago. Flowering plants first started to appear at the end of this era. One of the most famous dinosaurs in the world, the 20-foot-long Utah raptor, may have also been the deadliest dinosaur yet discovered, and one of the most intelligent. It was a large early member of the Dromaeosaur or raptor family. The large sickle claw was used to disembowel prey. Utah raptor used its claw to hunt animals such as Gastonia, a large armored dinosaur. It was first found near Moab, Utah in 1991 and was a hit in the film Jurassic Park. Here's a western United States hunting scene from 112 to 106 million years ago. The three 8-foot-long carnivores are called Deinonychus, or terrible claw. They were pack hunters and used a 5-inch sickle claw on their foot to rip open their prey. This was all unfortunate for the 21-foot-long plant eater known as Tenontosaurus, or sinew reptile, who often became Deinonychus' prey. Remember, kids, this is what happens to Tenontosaurus children who don't mind their parents and wander away. Check out the horns on this flesh-eating bull, or Carnotaurus, one of the fiercest-looking dinosaurs. Its skin was covered in small, bony bumps. Unlike T-Rex, Carnotaurus could see in three-dimensional perspectives just like we do, making it a deadly predator. This 20-foot-long theropod is known as Baryonyx, or strong claw. Baryonyx has a 1.5-foot-long claw on each hand that may have been used as a fishing tool to swipe at early Cretaceous fish, just the way modern grizzly bears catch salmon. Baryonyx's long, tooth-filled, crocodile-like snout leads us to believe it was a true fish eater. I wonder what the catch of the day is. In our park, it's trout. Amargasaurus is a 33-foot-long sauropod named after La Amarga Canyon in South America. Amargasaurus may have used its unique paired spines to make it appear more intimidating to predators, like Giganotosaurus. Until the fall of 1995, Tyrannosaurus rex reigned supreme as king of the dinosaurs. Then fossil hunter Ruben Carolini discovered Giganotosaurus in Argentina. It was about 21 feet tall and 43 feet long. At 8 tons, it is pound for pound the carnivorous dinosaur heavyweight champion of the world. But fear not, T-Rex fans. T-Rex is still considered to be quicker, smarter, and a fiercer predator. Ankylosaurus was a large armored dinosaur that weighed about 4 tons and could grow up to 35 feet long. Its only vulnerability is underneath where it's not armored. To keep from being flipped over, Ankylosaurus had a 60-pound club of bone on its tail that it could use to defend itself against predators. Here we see a colony of small flightless birds known as Hesperornis fragilis, or western bird. Hesperornis dove to gobble up fish and other small aquatic morsels. They were approximately 6 feet tall and had large webbed feet. This large winged reptile is Pteranodon. Pteranodon means winged and toothless. It ate fish from the late Cretaceous seas, catching them as pelicans do today. Paleontologists think Pteranodon colonies like ours nested on cliffs near water. Here at our park, you can see these winged reptiles in their nesting area. Watch out, they're fiercely territorial. Even the Cretaceous period had its punks. Stygimoloch was a 7-foot-long pachycephalosaur, or bone-headed dinosaur, with massive head spikes. Here we see 2 male Stygimoloch jousting as a young female awaits the winner. Such competitions in the breeding season, which are similar to what bighorn sheep do today, were probably quite common. A fight like this could have occurred in Montana 68 to 65 million years ago. Styracosaurus's large nose horn was probably used for protection from predators, or in mating competitions between males. The horn could have ripped open and attacking Tyrannosaurus's belly. For a long time, we thought dinosaurs were like modern reptiles, laying their eggs and leaving them. But in the 1970s, John Horner discovered several adult, juvenile, and tiny hatchlings of a new duck-billed dinosaur he named Maiasaura, or good mother reptile. Eggs and nests were also found. However, in some Maiasaura nests, small, sharp-edged teeth have also been found. These teeth belong to a small carnivorous dinosaur called Troodon. Troodon, whose name means wounding tooth, had an incredibly large brain with a huge cerebral lobe. It's likely that this intelligent thief would sneak into the breeding colonies and run off with hatchlings or eggs. Fortunately, an adult Maiasaura is keeping a wary eye on the Troodon in the background. The dinosaurs you see here are the 12-foot-long Ornithomimus. Ornithomimus means bird mimic, and they do look like large, flightless birds, only without feathers. Ornithomimus could run about 40 miles an hour and were probably omnivorous, eating meat, insects, and eggs. Here we see the 6-foot-long oviraptor. It's a small carnivore whose name means egg thief. Paleontologists once thought it ate the eggs of other dinosaurs because one oviraptor fossil was found on the nest they thought belonged to the plant-eating Protoceratops. But a recent re-examination of the embryos within the eggs shows they were oviraptor embryos. The oviraptor was brooding the eggs, not threatening them. This is tantalizing evidence that birds may have inherited their instinct for parental care from dinosaurs. Do you know what dinosaur this is? If you guess Triceratops, you get an A+ in dinosaur identification. The 25-foot-long Triceratops was the largest of the horned dinosaurs. This is one of the park's truly outstanding world-class replicas. Here we have the famous Tyrannosaurus rex. T-Rex had a huge skull and teeth the size of railroad spikes. Although T-Rex's arms seemed ridiculously small and many books say they were useless, they were actually quite deadly. They were strong enough to hold prey while the mouth did the deadly work. What did T-Rex eat? Well, anything it wanted. Here it's making a meal of hadrosaur, or duck-billed dinosaur, called Parasaurolophus. The nearby mother of Parasaurolophus was helpless to stop it. The Cenozoic era came after the Mesozoic and is referred to as the Age of Mammals. Some of the most diverse and spectacular mammals evolved during this time. Contrary to what many movies show, early man did not compete with dinosaurs. Instead, our ancestors had these formidable beasts to face. They are the saber-toothed cat, or Smilodon, the cave bear, and the dire wolf. As you can see, a family of Cro-Magnon men once lived here but were driven out by a Smilodon. The cave bear would like the cave, but the Smilodon is defending her cubs and cave. The dire wolves are seizing an opportunity to steal a baby for their dinner. You can see all of these dinosaurs, ancient reptiles, and early mammals at Ogden's George S. Eccles Dinosaur Park and Museum. And that's not all. We've got even more species for you to see here. Many of the park's dinosaurs are native to Utah. Because new dinosaurs are still being discovered and excavated, we're constantly adding new exhibits and revising old ones. Come back soon to take another walk on the wild side in our prehistoric paradise. We're constantly evolving. You never know what new dinosaur will be lurking around the corner next year.
The lifelike sculptures found in this park have been created by master sculptors. The SARS footsteps and cries bring reality to the children's ears. Credit for this world-class treasure should be given to the hundreds of donors that made this park a reality.
The George S. Eccles Dinosaur Park got part of its original funding from a major grant provided by the George S. and Dolores Doré Eccles Foundation, and from multi-annual donations from the private sector. Most new exhibits are provided by individual donors and by foundations and grants. And yes, we would welcome a donation to memorialize you, a family member, or your organization. We're dedicated to displaying the world's largest collection of full-bodied, high-quality, life-size dinosaurs. we believe our park depicts more full-bodied, realistically sculpted dinosaurs than any other park anywhere in the world. Most of these world-class wonders were created by master sculptors Tom Privat of Arizona and Matthew Kosman of Utah. Come see for yourself how you measure up in the prehistoric world. Remember, too, Dinosaur Park is just one of many adventures you can have in the recreational destination that is Ogden. Whether your taste is more for modern comforts or a more rugged relaxation, Ogden has something for everyone within its galaxy of star destinations to thrill you. If the Old West fascinates you, you'll want to stop by Fort Buenaventura State Park, where mountain man rendezvous are still held in this 1846 settlement. Railroad buffs will want to drive to nearby Promontory to see two working steam locomotives at the site where a golden spike was hammered in to complete the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869. A tour of the Union Station Museum, the official state railroad museum in downtown Ogden, will also fascinate you. Gun buffs will want to make a stop there to see the world-famous Browning firearms collection. From there, you can take a walk back in time along historic 25th Street. It's filled with shops and restaurants. Airplane fanciers will love the Hill Aerospace Museum near Roy. It houses more than 50 vintage military aircraft, missiles, and bombs. If the age of cinema is more to your taste, stop by the Ogden Egyptian Center, including Peary's Egyptian Theater, and see what a fully restored 1920s movie palace is really like. Take in a movie, stage play, or attend the symphony, or see the ballet, all in this facility. Next door is the David Eccles Conference Center, if you've got a meeting or convention to plan. Downtown Ogden offers plenty of shopping and dining opportunities. There are 2 modern malls in the city and a 3rd in nearby Layton. Outdoor enthusiasts have almost unlimited choices in the Ogden area. There's fishing and hunting in season, hiking and biking in good weather. There are many public golf courses nearby, and there's every winter sport imaginable when the snow falls. None of the activities are more than a 30-minute drive. You can even ski the same slopes and skate on the same ice that will be used by the world's athletes in the 2002 Winter Olympic Games. Geologists, outdoor lovers, walkers, rollerbladers, runners, bikers, and gardeners won't have to even get back in their car after visiting Dinosaur Park for more fun. Ogden Canyon is the site of one of North America's most outstanding vertical faults. And Dinosaur Park is just part of the Ogden River Parkway. It's a 3-mile paved surface running along the riverbank that's perfect for exercise or just enjoying nature and a picnic. The El Monte Public Golf Course is right there too. There's even a botanical garden run by Utah State University and an outdoor convention center and wedding complex in MTC Park. 3 of Ogden's finest restaurants can be found at either the east or west end of the parkway. Sports fans will find plenty to do with the Ogden Raptors baseball team. And 45 minutes away in Salt Lake, there's the NBA's Utah Jazz and the WNBA's Utah Stars and the International Hockey League's Utah Grizzlies. In the summer, there's also professional rodeo, both in Ogden and Salt Lake City. If you have a question about dinosaurs or the park, or if you'd like to make group reservations, please give us a call, drop us a line, or send us an email. You can also order additional copies of this video. If you'd like more information on any of the many adventures you can take while visiting Ogden, please call or write the Golden Spike Empire. They'd be happy to answer your questions or send you additional information.